I have my flash mixed up now, ready to charge into the casings, and I'm going to use a small cardboard scoop. The danger of ignition from static discharges is very real if you're living in a country where the humidity is very low. So you don't want to be using plastic or metal utensils, funnels or anything else. Keep everything cardboard. It's a lot safer. Luckily the humidity here in Thailand is never drops below 80%, so it's not really much of a problem here, but I just like to be safe. I've put all the flash bags here in this little wooden holder, just tape them in so that as I do manipulations on them they're not flopping around. Now I'm going to charge it with approximately 7 or 8 grams, about 1/4 ounce I believe in the old system, and I made this little scoop so that it contains just the amount that I need. If I fill it at a slight slant, I know there's 7 or 8 grams in there. Now when I put it into the flash, I don't scrape it across the paper, thereby possibly causing enough friction to set it off. I gently push it in. If I need to get a bit more, I just lift the paper and let the flash flow into it. Okay, that's about my 7 or 8 grams. It's not critical. A gram above or below is not going to do any harm. I've got a little paper funnel I've made that fits nicely in the neck. It goes down inside the flash bag about 1/4 inch, so I don't end up getting flash dust all around the top 1/4 inch of the casing, which I'm later going to pull quite tightly with the tarred string. So I drop it in there, just give it a bit of a tap to let it go down. I'm still wearing my thick cotton long sleeve shirt. I wear this for any operations like this. It's a bit hot, but I can live with it. I should mention that this flash powder is just 70-30 with a little bit of sawdust in. I'm using this powder here to make the flash bags for charcoal gold spiderweb shells. I've got another dozen of them in the warehouse here, which I'm going to make silver spiderwebs from, and to that flash I've added about 8% titanium. Since the stars are titanium based, I think the flash itself going off with a little bit of silver won't detract from it. It might look quite nice. Okay, I have a little left here, so I probably ended up putting about 9 grams into there. Fold that up and put it out of the way. Okay, now I'm going to tie off the tops of the flash bags. Again, tarred twine. I use the I've got two thicknesses on here, one 0.5 millimeter and 1 millimeter. I find the thin stuff bites into the paper easy, pulls it nice and tight. Put a clove hitch around it, pop it over the tube. I've deliberately left these tubes quite long so that I've got plenty of room to tie it off, and afterwards I'll just cut the excess off. Nice and tight, you don't want flash spilling out into the contents of your shell later. The only disadvantage of tarred twine is that it's that sticky that sometimes it's difficult to actually pull the knot tight, but that's offset by the fact that once it's done it's permanent. I've fast forwarded it to the last one now. Okay, now what I do is I take a cutter blade. I don't like working anywhere near flash with scissors. I always use a cutter blade. And I just take off the excess paper at the top of the bag here, leave about 1/8 of an inch sticking up above the knot. Just squeeze the little bits of excess paper together, and just to make sure, I don't want flash leaking out of here into the shell casing. I'm pretty certain that the twine is sealed it off, but just want to be absolutely sure. So I'm going to just put in the top here where the folds are coming together, just fill it with Elmer's, and that'll make 100% sure that nothing's going to be leaking out of there. Just fill all the little voids left in the top of the paper here. Okay, and we're done.